Salutations, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland, and I'm going to be telling you about what IELTS is, concentrating on academic IELTS. There's also general IELTS. IELTS stands for the International English Language Testing System. It's an acronym. IELTS is pronounced as a word, IELTS. Why do you need IELTS? Well, IELTS is recognized by many universities and educational institutions in English-speaking countries around the world, in the United Kingdom, the United States, Australia, and so forth. So if you wish to study in one of these countries, or indeed work in one of these countries, it's usually accepted. It's got a 9-point scale. 0 is the lowest mark. Failed, didn't show up. Failed as in failed every single question. 9 is the highest mark. The marks given out in decimals, as in 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and so on. 8.9 is just below the maximum, 9.0. But 9.0 is extremely difficult. Almost nobody gets 9.0. There's no pass mark, so in a sense you can't fail. You simply have to get the mark that your intended place of study requires. For instance, in the United Kingdom, it might be 6.0. That's what it typically is. There are 4 components, and these are reading, writing, speaking, and listening. You do the reading, writing, and the speaking usually on the same day. Sorry, reading, writing, and listening on the same day, and the speaking usually on a different day. There are many exam centres around the world where you can do it. You can do it in the British Council in any country where they have one, possibly some other places. Other places are authorised exam centres. So you can do it any month of the year. You do it in January. Supposing you're not satisfied with the result, you can do it again in February. If you're still not happy, you can do it again in March. You don't have to wait a whole year to have another opportunity. There is no limit to the number of times you can take this exam. However, you do have to pay each time you do it. So it's not difficult to get 1 on this exam, but it's very, very difficult to get 9.0. Most native speakers wouldn't get 9. So the questions are reasonably challenging. The difficult thing is the instructions. They're very tricky, and you must follow instructions exactly. I'll say it again. You must follow the instructions exactly. People often fail to do this, and they're marked wrong. As in, you have to say true or false, and somebody writes yes, meaning true, but no, you didn't write true, so that's wrong. You wrote yes, which conveyed the same information, but that's not good enough. Questions are often trick questions written in a slightly misleading way, so it's quite tricky. You don't answer the question paper, you answer on a separate answer sheet. I shall show you some of those in time, so you don't get thrown by that. It's got a lot of visuals. A lot of it's about handling statistics, information displayed as bar charts, as pie charts, graphs, and so forth, then describing that in words. So this is not about literature, not about creative writing so much. As I say, it's called academic for a reason. It's the usage of English that you would need for academic reasons, even if you're not going to study something which is statistical, not something allied to mathematics, like chemistry or economics or whatever. Could be useful for those, but could be for other purposes. So this is academic English, and it will require you to know how to handle statistics. So that's it for IELTS today. That's just telling you very briefly what academic IELTS is and why you will need it.